God.
I've never seen Mike more happy when Ryan's given a pick in my entire life. Yep. He literally exploded with joy. He was just like, oh, no,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you have been waiting for! This is our New Year's 6 playoff presentation, baby! Grab your cowboy boots, grab your lassos, cause we gonna get ready to ride! Boys and girls, hook 'em horns! We got a whole lot of games coming at you, and they're gonna be coming fast! So you better pay attention, you better get ready, and bang!
Holy shit.
Woo, you heard it here first. This is the episode we've been waiting for. College football playoffs have come. New Year's 6 bowls. We are talking 10 bowl games on this episode. Whoa! We've never talked this many games. We're giving out full cards for the entire college football action. And then, we have college football playoffs. They're here. They're finally here.
Guess where we're going to be?
It's New Year's. We're going to be in Vegas.
Guess whose team is in it? Bang!
Yeah, Texas is here. We have so much to talk about. And we're going to start off hot. We got 8 main bowl games, and then we're going to get into the 2 main games, obviously college football playoff games. First game to talk about, big game for a lot of reasons. Not college football. Capital One Orange Bowl, Georgia and FSU. The 2 teams on the edge of the college football playoffs that did not make it in. A whole lot of controversy, as we've talked about at length around Florida State. Yeah. Well, they're 17.5-point underdogs here against Georgia. Wow. Georgia is favorited, and the total's 44.5. A whole lot to unpack here. Tate, I'm starting with you because the quarterback from Florida State, Tate, transferred away from the school. He's not playing anymore. 3rd-string quarterback, true freshman, the guy that played in the ACC championship, will be starting. What do you like for this game?
Well, first of all, nobody good for Florida State is going to play in this game.
Well, they all left.
Yeah, no, they're Jared Verse not playing. Trey Benson not playing. Both of their receivers not playing.
Keon Coleman.
And Wilson. So I honestly don't see a way that Carson Beck doesn't just rip this team apart. Yeah, like I really don't see it. I love Georgia's team total over here.
What is that number?
I think it's, let's see.
It's
30.5.
Yeah, 30.5.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, I absolutely love, I think that's so free. I mean, I think Florida State is just, they're just so pissed that they didn't make college football playoffs.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to play for, nothing to prove or whatever. I mean, maybe they do, maybe I'm wrong. But I think Georgia's I think Carson Beck and Georgia is such a well-oiled machine. They're just going to roll over this team. Should be an absolute steamroll by the Dogs.
Wow, so you're all over the Dogs.
Yeah. Let me tell you something right now. Florida State might have been upset they didn't make the college football playoff. This Georgia team, this is the game that you have where you miss the college football playoffs. They're going to come into this game and use all that energy and they didn't make the college football playoff and put it into this game. This is going to be for the whole entire college football world to see. We should have been in the playoffs. Why are you giving us the shit 16 to play against in a bowl game? They're going to murder them. They're going to kill them. Georgia minus, this number, if it was 30, I would bet it. If it was one of those games where they're playing a Division III school, I would bet it. It's just going to be $1 million, and I have to bet the over because Georgia can do it by themselves. Yeah. It's just $1 million.
Yeah, I have never bet against Georgia all season, and that changes this game.
Wow.
I think Georgia has a lot to play for, but this is the first time they haven't been in the college football playoffs in the last almost 3.5 years. I don't think these guys get as excited as they should be for this game. This is a big game for them to prove why they should have been in there. But, I mean, the facts are the facts. They lost the SEC championship. I don't think anyone realistically thought they were snubbed on the bowl, like Pick'em Day. No one was talking about Georgia. Yeah. I mean, they had someone at Georgia. The players weren't there to, watch the selections. They knew they were out. Yeah. So they lost that game to Alabama. I think they're pretty deflated. I get that they have their players playing, at least most of them. And I know everyone's left for Florida State, but I think this is a huge spot for Florida State. If Florida State goes out there and competes with Georgia, they make a very convincing case for at least their side of the argument. That was like, hey, we should have at least been in the mix. We should have given us a shot at it. I get everyone left, and I know I should be all over Georgia here. I love Georgia to win. They're not going to lose the game. Florida State doesn't have the weapons to beat them. But I'm just really drawn to the numbers. 17.5 points. is a whole lot of points.
It's a lot.
I think Georgia can win this game convincingly, and it's still Florida State covering. Like, I could totally see Georgia being up 3 touchdowns and ends the game up 17 or 14.
Something I never thought I would be on Georgia and you wouldn't be on Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
well, the number's huge, and we've said this many times. Georgia hasn't covered big spreads.
No.
They haven't
Right.
all
Right.
season. And so, I mean, I've been all over Georgia. I think they're going to win. They're a much better team. I'm not disputing any of that. This number's just too big for a game between a 5 and a 6 seed, and regardless of who's playing. So, yeah, give me Florida State here, plus 17.5.
Before I start, I just want to say, I feel like, dude, we're starting off out the cannon. Like, these games are just electric.
They're so good.
It's
Yeah,
just,
so
it's
good.
literally like
Yeah.
so electric that we're talking about this as the first game.
It's a 5 and a 6 seed, 17.5 point spread.
But
I mean,
it's-
I've never
it's
seen.
just-
I've never seen that.
happened?
Never.
It's so
It'll never
electric.
happen
No
again,
way.
too.
With that being said, I can't talk about this game.
Whoa! Wow!
It's your mortal.
This is my more.
Wow! Wow!
I mean, talk about starting off hot.
That's starting off hot. I mean, that's starting
Out
off hot.
the cannon, baby.
Holy
Out
crap!
the cannon.
I don't know if I'm gonna like your pick here, Mario.
Yeah, this is it's kind of a weird spot, but I also like the points for Florida State. That's what I have. I also like the over. I just think they could lose by 17 and still cover.
That's a big number.
They could lose by 14. Just something about Georgia this year. They haven't covered big spreads, and kind of, I don't know. I can see both arguments, like Ryan's argument, like they got, they weren't in the college football playoff. Like, let's come make a statement and try to win by a million. I don't know. When I looked at this game, I just kind of had the feeling that, like, they know they're going to win. Like, look towards next year. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're going to get up for it, but, like, no one's really, like, excited for the Orange Bowl. Like, for Georgia
Yeah.
standard the past 2 years, they haven't lost a game and
Yeah.
back-to-back championships. Like, I mean, this is kind of whatever. Obviously, they're going to be ready to play, but I don't know, just too many points. So,
Wow, we're actually split on that. I figured it would be all Georgia.
We don't know that.
Well, it might be. Yeah, it might be
changing
Georgia.
factor.
We'll see. Stick around for the end of the show when we give out our Mortal Lock parlay, the free roll that we give you for $1,000.
yeah.
Mike's pick is on this game. We don't know the side. It might be on the total too.
know nothing
Who
yet.
knows?
We
We
don't
don't know
know.
anything.
We don't know.
Next game, big game for you. Goodyear Cotton Bowl, Ohio State versus Missouri. Ohio State now 1.5 point favorites. They were underdogs when the game initially was announced. Total 48.5. We are obviously starting with you.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Ryan Day came out with this big announcement that all the starters are going to play and no one's going to leave. Or no one's going to not play in the
Except
game.
for Kyle McCord, obviously.
Except for
'cause
McCord.
He's transferred.
He's already transferred. Well, except for the people in the transfer portal, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, I have to believe. I don't know why you'd say that and not come to fruition. I mean, maybe Marvin Harrison's the only one who sits. But all the rest of the players, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't play. I mean, no one in Ohio State is kind of like Georgia is excited about this game. Like, we don't give a shit about bowl
You don't want
games.
to be playing Missouri.
Yeah, we don't want to be playing anyone that's not a playoff game. So, like, this is unfortunate. But obviously going to ride my team, and also the Vegas movement of this is actually ridiculous. All the bets are on Missouri, yet this line has moved almost 3.5 points. So I'm going to ride the Ohio State minus 1.5. I also do love the under 48.5. I think a lot of players, even if they're playing or not, we're going to have Devin Brown, freshman quarterback. We don't know how he's going to play, how he's going to look. I think it'll be under, and Ohio State's defense carries them.
He's played a few snaps this season, right? They'd like throw him
Yeah,
in
he's
and
throwing
out.
in for like wildcat stuff and goal
Yeah.
participation. He's not bad.
He's never started.
We have no idea how he's going to look. But like, I just like the under because good game, defensive game. Missouri, we'll see how they play.
Yeah, Ohio State's defense has been
Yeah, they've
awesome all season. Tate?
Yeah, this game kind of confused me a little bit too because Missouri started as a favorite, and they have everything to play for. I mean, everything to play for because they're on the verge of being a good SEC program.
Yeah, this is the biggest game Missouri's had. In
and
a
they're
very
gonna
long time.
have a great year next year. They have everyone returning. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but the coach said everyone's playing in this game. It's gonna be like an all-in effort for offense and defense. And but I just don't understand why Ohio State's minus the 1.5, and they just have to know something here. I want to take Missouri so badly because they have everything to play for. They have all the momentum and everything, and Ohio State's got their quarterback leaving, and Marvin Harrison might not play, but Ryan Day's saying these things. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm just gonna take the better program. I'm gonna take Ohio State minus the 1.5. I mean, it's such a small spread for best players in the country. commit to the best schools in the country, and their backups aren't scrubs.
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah.
So
No.
whether or not Kyle McCord's not going to play in this game,
Yeah.
their backup's not going to be a scrub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he's gonna play, and
Also, you don't have to do a lot to match
Yeah.
Kyle McCord's.
so
Yeah.
I just have to settle with the Buckeyes here.
Yeah, I think I couldn't agree with you more. I think there's a huge discrepancy. I get Ohio State ranked 7, Missouri ranked 9, but I think there's a big difference between those two teams. I think Missouri's a generous 9. They had a great season. They were 10-2. Ohio State's only loss is to Michigan, the 1 seed overall. You have to bet Ohio State here. You absolutely have to. I get it's a huge game for Missouri's program. I mean, this is the biggest game they've played in. They want to go in and say, hey, we beat Ohio
their
State.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Where they're-
Yeah.
I think this is a much bigger game for Ohio State than
Really?
it's being presented. We've seen some transfers already, whether that's McCord, Fleming, a couple other people I saw leave. As far as recruiting standpoint, you mentioned the 5-star recruits go there. I think this is a big game actually for Ohio State's recruits, especially if their players play. If their players play, and then the 2 big games Ohio State plays, you see them lose to Michigan, lose to Missouri to end the season, especially with the way recruits can decommit and move anywhere. You want to win. You want to go out there, put your best foot forward, retain your guys, make sure you have a good team going forward. If they play their squad, that's like everyone, and the guys they're going to play for next year, and they just lose to a Missouri team that maybe the 3rd or 4th best team in the SEC, maybe 5th. I don't know. It's not a good look. So I think Ohio State stomps them. Like absolutely stomps them. They have no reason not to. I don't think Marvin Harrison's gonna play. I get they said he's gonna play. I think it would be nuts for him to go play this ball game. Maybe if he gets hurt, that's just the worst decision ever made. But with or without him, these are different teams. These are different tiers. There's a big difference between the 7th ranked Ohio State and the 9th ranked Missouri. I would take a lot of teams in that like 11 to 18 rank over Missouri anyways. So there's no way anyone can convince me that the Ohio State team that only lost to Michigan is going to lose outright to Missouri. That's just, I don't see that in the cards.
Yeah, more than taking a side, I am going to lean pretty heavily on the under 48.5. The first line of reasoning for that is that Ohio State's offense is missing their 2 most notable players, being Kyle McCord and Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously, that's an assumption on Marvin Harrison, but I mean, that's that. And then also, I mean, Ohio State's defense is stout. Like,
They're
you
really
guys
good.
are very, very strong. And going against Missouri, whose offense is just very, like, middle of the pack. I mean,
They score some points.
They score.
They
I
look
mean,
good every once in a while.
yeah, I don't know. And in my eye test, I think they're pretty average, maybe slightly above average. But yeah, so definitely taking the under 48.5. However, I am going to lean slightly on Missouri only because of the Cinderella story aspect of it. I kind of thought like just Ohio State's mentality with the past few years being it's playoffs or nothing. Like I don't really care unless it's the playoffs. Whereas Missouri's okay, this is a weird comparison, but I think it's similar to in like English soccer how there's divisions and the team can kind of jump into the Prem League,
I can
which
see
is
that.
like the higher competition, right? I think they're really trying to make that push and make a name for themselves. So I just really believe in the rally of Missouri. So I'm taking them plus 1.5. But like I said, leaning a lot heavier on the under 48.5. But that's where I'm going to go.
I like that comparison. I think it was actually very well equipped. Like like I said, there are levels to it. Missouri's trying to get in that next one.
For Yeah. sure.
I appreciate you for riding.
He always rides his
Big
voice.
rider.
Hey, like I said, more under.
Mario, I'm assuming you're going the SEC school. You're the SEC guy.
When I first looked at it, like I was just all over Missouri. As I've thought about it more and more, I have this kind of vision where I think Ryan Day really has to kind of prove something here. As weird as that sounds, I just feel like he has kind of underperformed with the teams he's had in terms of like Ohio State standard. You know, their standard
sure.
is college football playoff. It's,
Yeah.
you know, they're not really looking about winning some Cotton Bowl against the 9th ranked team. Like
Yeah.
that's not what they set their sights out for beginning of the season. Whereas Missouri, I mean, this is kind of like
It's a very successful.
a very successful year, 10-2, get to play Ohio State in a big bowl game. Like, I mean, what more could you really ask for?
This is their dream scenario.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was all over Missouri, but then I just feel like it could be kind of like a statement game. Ryan Day gets the teams fired up. I don't know. I think it's going to be close. 1.5 just isn't enough for me to take Missouri, so I'm going to take Ohio State. Maybe they win by a field goal. I like the over though.
Ooh.
I really think. I know Ryan Day said the starters are playing, and I kind of feel this the same way with Georgia. The starters might play like the first half. But I feel like this is, at the end of the day, it's a bowl game. Like, you want to see what you have. Like, you're going to play your second strings, you know. They're going to come in. By the fourth quarter, you're not going to have all your starters in there. Like, I don't know. I mean, unless maybe this game in particular, maybe
If it's close, I could see him staying.
yeah, maybe they stay in. Like, Georgia game, that's kind of my reasoning for taking Florida State. But for this, yeah, maybe they stay in the full game. I don't know. I just think it's going to be a pretty good game. But yeah, I don't
You're
know if
taking
I could
Ohio
take a
State.
side. I'll take Ohio State minus the 1.5, but give me the over 48.5.
Yep. No, I got you. So everyone on Ohio State, Mike,
Except for me.
of course, always riding
Yeah,
with Ryan.
always.
Taking Missouri.
Every time.
Leaning a lot heavier on the under.
Next game, a bowl game, far less important than the others, but it's big for me. Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, Clemson, Kentucky. Big game for the Tigers. Clemson -4, total 45.5. I'm going to kick this one off. Look, everyone's on Kentucky here. Everyone loves Kentucky. It's the sharp side.
It is the
All
sharp
the
side.
bets on Kentucky, all the money's on Kentucky. It's the sharp side. Let me tell you right now, there's no world Clemson doesn't cover the spread. This is a Tyler guarantee on Clemson games.
No guarantee.
I don't miss my Tyler
Guaranteed.
guarantee on Clemson games. We won 4 straight games to end the season, and look, I get most of that reasoning was because we had Jeremiah Trotter and Nate Wiggins on defense. Both of them gone and will be first round draft picks in the NFL draft. We have actually a lot of players still playing. Cade, our starting quarterback, who will also be there next year, he's playing. Shipley's back. We have Tyler Brown, Antonio Williams, both healthy and playing at wide receiver. And a lot of our freshman defensive backs have been like really stepping up at the end of the season. They're fully solidified in that starter role now. I think we roll Kentucky. Kentucky's not good. Everyone thought Kentucky was good at the beginning of the year. Ever since they got crushed by Georgia, they just fell off a wagon. Dabo, ever since he made that statement about buy all the Clemson stock now, I think he really cares about this bowl game. I think this is if they win their 5th straight, it's like, hey, look, we have some momentum going into next season. If we just lose to unranked Kentucky, I mean, it just deflates the balloon. So I'm all over Clemson here, and I love the over. We're going to score points. I think they score some points because we're missing some people on defense, but I really like us to just absolutely blow them out.
Yeah, I absolutely love the over of 45.5. This game is just
So weird.
so gross. Like,
It's easy.
it just pains me. It literally,
No, it's easy.
if one of your defensive players was playing in this game, I would absolutely
Barrett Carter.
adore Clemson.
Snap.
He's coming back. He didn't go to the draft.
I don't trust. I don't think Clemson can score at will.
We can score.
I don't think they can.
You see Cade throw the ball?
I have a lot, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I don't know. If I had to lean, I'm probably not going to bet this game because I mean, it'll hopefully just be a good game. But if I had to lean, I would just get Kentucky +4 with a lot of points. Clemson might win, but I don't know. It's a lot of points. But just hammer the over. Do yourself a favor, hammer the over. No matter what, points in the game. But I don't know. It's going to be a fun game. It'll be fun. Tax Slayer Bowl, you know?
In a bowl.
Yeah, Gator
Tax Slayer.
Bowl.
Gator Bowl.
Yeah, the spread is a little surprising considering how Kentucky finished this year. And I don't know if there's some sort of sharp spot where, because, you know, remember when they played Georgia Just wiped them and everyone was like, wait, that wasn't supposed to happen because Kentucky's the sharp side and they just fell off. I don't know if this is the spot or not, but they're yet to prove that they are a good enough team to like make that good cover or whatever. And I'm gonna have a hard time believing in Kentucky covering here, and I'd rather just take, because like you said, I think Clemson wins the game, and I'd rather take the team that wins a game with the points rather than, you know,
Hoping it stays inside.
yeah, hoping that it stays inside. So
So you're riding with me.
yeah, I'm riding with you.
All right, let's go. Mike.
Ooh. So this game
Be
definitely.
over 2.
No, this game actually had me shook, and I'm not really picking a side just because I was pretty scared about it. So I don't have a pick mainly because of Clemson's lack of like a secondary, and I think that Kentucky's like whole offense is literally passing. Granted, what you were saying, their defensive line is definitely still intact, but I mean, Mbuka going to Texas, I think that was a very, very big hit on your secondary. And
Makuba. Andrew Makuba.
Mkuba.
No, you said that name wrong.
You
last
said
week.
Mbuka.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
Mbuka.
my
the
fault.
receiver.
No, that is a huge
Mabuka.
hit. He's our best safety by far. Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that, I kind of just got scared away from this line, and I'm not picking a side.
There's no picks at all.
Just no picks.
All right, Mario?
Yeah.
Intelligent take.
I like the over 45.5 because I think both teams will put up points. Yeah, it's weird. I don't love Clemson -4. I'm going to tell you right now.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah, but I mean, last week of the season. You got to ride with Clemson. I mean, I'm not gonna be out here betting on Kentucky. Like,
I'm not gonna bet this.
No
you know what I mean?
Wildcats.
I'm not gonna bet a lot of it. I mean, this is a very, very small
gonna be
play.
rooting for Clemson.
But I mean, I'm gonna sprinkle a little on
Toss a
Clemson.
little guy.
You got to.
Just a little
Gotta bet.
End of the season.
Low
Clemson
unit.
-4, over 45.5.
Bang.
I like it.
Keep it simple.
I like it.
Keep it clean.
Next game, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Dude, that's the best name.
It's a great name.
It's always
the best
been
name.
Oregon State, Notre Dame, the battle of the no quarterbacks playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
DJ's out, Sam Hartman's out. So it's a clean slate. Notre Dame, 6-point favorites, total 41.5. Mario, going back to you.
Yeah. Weird game. For some reason, dude, I just kind of like Oregon State in the spot. Like, I don't have really any reason. I know Notre Dame's a slightly better program. I just feel like Sam Hartman kind of did a lot for that offense, and yeah, he's not playing. So I don't know. I mean, obviously DJ had a great season. I just feel like they
Great season.
Fantastic.
Quote, in
Huge season.
quotes.
well, I mean,
Hey, for DJ
for
standards.
2 years ago, if you compare that
He has the same
season at
stats.
Clemson,
He has the same stats. Literally the same stats. You put them up side by side, it's the same numbers. It's crazy.
they might be a little different, just slightly.
Just a
Oregon State's point.
couple more wins.
Yeah. Oregon State might have a few more wins. He might have a
Yeah.
few more pass yards. I don't know.
all right. I don't think it does.
The important stuff.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think both of these teams are really that good. So just give me Oregon State plus the 6. Yeah. Really, that's it. That's all I
Mike?
got.
Flip flop. I am in belief that I think DJ did more for the Oregon State offense than Sam Hartman did for the Notre Dame offense. In my opinion, we have seen Oregon State when DJ does what we call his avatar games, or when they pretty much don't have a quarterback,
Yeah.
and they're not good.
No.
Granted, haven't really seen too much of that with Notre Dame, but I just kind of believe. I think Oregon State without DJ, and also kind of in general, is just absolute garbage. So
Bang.
hot garbage, throw it in the trash, but don't burn everything else down. Notre Dame -6.
Yeah. I know a lot of these bowl games early on in the season have been all underdogs covering almost everything. I think it's like an 80% cover rate. This is because they were really bad teams. They were both bad teams playing each other. And when it's both bad teams playing each other, the underdog, it's coin flip, underdogs cover the spread. This is a good team against the bad team. Oregon State, very inflated record, I think. I don't think they're all that impressive. We saw the Pac-12 absolutely collapse at the end of the year. Not as many good teams in the Pac-12 as we thought there were. A lot of Oregon State wins become a lot less impressive now. They don't have their quarterbacks. Notre Dame's defense is going to absolutely crush this Oregon State offense. This is a blowout. This game's a blowout. This is a 25-point, 30-point game.
Yeah.
I'm not even sweating it. Notre Dame, big.
Also, Oregon State's defense is not really anything to.
No, yeah. So big, and then
surprised.
add like 16 more bigs on this. I'm not messing with you. There's one starter on Oregon State's offense from the whole year playing this game.
Love it.
11 of their 12 starters are like on offense. They have like a rotation with their linemen.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Well, there's 11 men on the field.
They'll actually play.
That's how they were winning games.
You got in there.
No, but 11 out of 12
Giving DJ
of their
extra.
actual like core starters that play every snap are only one of them's playing. Notre Dame has, I know they have a couple people out, but they're just better. They had better recruits. I just think that this is gonna be a murder. I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon State scores less than like 9 points.
Yep.
Like literally a couple field
No,
goals.
I'm with you there.
That's why I like the under 2. I think Notre Dame will win like 28-9. Just be literally easy the whole way, outside number the whole way. I love Notre Dame here. Murder.
Tate?
Like oddly enough, I had the same like line of thinking. I mean, probably yesterday, and I don't know why, but I feel a little bit as though Oregon State is gonna muster something weird here
Yeah.
and cover the 6.
Oh, you like
And
the points.
No, and I think Notre Dame wins the game 100% of the time.
By like 3, though,
And
is
I
what
think
you're
it's just-
saying.
yeah, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know. They have Oregon State all year long has relied on their running game to help them win games.
He's not playing, right?
No running back. No quarterback.
Fenwick and Martinez are out.
No one.
Are you sure about that?
I know their
All right.
starter's not playing.
Their starting running back's playing, and they said their backup probably won't play. But
While we're
I mean, well, okay. So I don't care. I think the backup is playing. I don't know if he is or not, but he's dog too.
Yeah.
I think their backup quarterback played snaps like when DJ was helped. Like they would sub him in.
Yeah, they did that wildcat rotation that
weird thing,
never
yeah.
worked.
So he
No, he transferred.
Oh, the backup?
Yes, the young guy that was a freshman. I was a stud.
Oh, he's out too.
Yes.
He's out.
It's the third string that I don't think he's played.
It doesn't matter who's out there.
so there's just nobody playing in this game for Oregon
I
State.
told you, 11 out of 12 stars aren't going to be.
You gotta love the
I
points
know.
there.
That's why I think I'm on it even more now. Like it just doesn't
Yeah.
make
He's
sense.
on it even more.
There's no way Notre Dame shouldn't cover this spread.
Yeah, they won't.
So
And then it just nuked
no way
down
they
to
don't.
6. I think it was 10
it
and a
was
half.
it was 6.5 earlier. Now it's 6. I mean,
Give me
it
the
just keeps
Pac-
going
give
down.
me the Pac-12 team.
I
don't know.
In a weird spot.
It's a weird,
Wow.
weird
Wow,
spot.
I might not bet the game, but it's just weird spot.
But
You love it
You
even
seem
more.
pretty excited.
You love it even more.
because
No,
it's just
I'm kind of excited.
It's a
about
big
it.
game.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch it.
I mean, there's nothing
It's
bigger
gonna
than
be-
Tony the
it's gonna be
Tiger
weird.
symbol.
The Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger
You'll
symbol.
love it.
Next game, Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Big game.
Peacock.
Ole Miss Penn State. Penn State minus 3.5. Total 48.5. Michael, I'm starting with you. You used to be a Penn State fan.
No.
Long time
Nope.
ago.
long time.
Huge.
Nope.
Long time
Always
ago.
been a Saquon Barkley fan though, but
Because
never a
he-
Penn
because
State
of Penn
fan.
State.
Because
Big
Penn State-
I joined the Saquon Barkley train in his rookie year, and that is the rookie year of the Giants. That is
Stop
not
the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Yeah.
all right. Well, y'all are lying. Regardless,
He's just trying to tell us he's not an OG.
Yeah.
well, regardless, I'm actually completely against Penn State this game, and I actually think I'm against the public here. But I kind of just believe in what Lane Kiffin is doing at Ole Miss. the fucking- never mind. I apologize about that. Regardless, Ole Miss. That's it.
Lane Kiffin.
Like Tyson.
That's
baby.
it. Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin.
Go ahead. Sorry. Keep going.
No, that's it. Literally, Ole Miss plus 3.5.
Plus
That's
two and a
it.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario, are you
Kiffin.
riding with?
Dart.
Do you like what Lane Kiffin has been doing this season?
I mean,
Is that not how you say it?
Lane Kiffin. There's no th.
Lane Kiffin?
no.
Wait, what?
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin.
Give me Ole Miss.
The cowboy hat, really, Dang
Oh.
Kiffin.
Give him Ole Miss.
No, listen. It's going to be Ole Miss minus 3.5. Lane Kiffin is going to dial up a crazy offense. Yeah, easy way.
Wait, so
Very
you
easy.
like plus the points?
Plus the points.
Plus the points.
Lane Kiffin.
So you're riding Ole Miss, and you're riding Ole Miss.
I'm pretty sure it's Lane Kiffin.
Wait,
Can we look this up?
his spelling?
There's nothing to look
nothing
up.
to look up.
He's a very well-known coach.
Yeah, this
Very-
is
That's what I'm saying.
obscure.
You think there's a th at the end of his name?
It's literally Lane Kiffin.
Kiff.
I-N.
ITH.
I mean, hey man, I probably heard that. I might have misheard that, but
Misheard
You know, he misread it.
well, I have it
He
written.
reads
In
these
the article,
articles.
yeah.
I mean, no one knows
Where
what-
do these articles come from?
It's
The
Lane
world may
Kiffin.
never know.
He's on these
Hey, man,
weird, like,
Wait, how do you have it written
4chan
down?
subreddits,
You just read
like-
how you have it written down.
Lane Kiffin.
Can you just spell it out for me?
Kiffith.
Yeah. Okay.
Kiffith.
That boy Kiffin.
Yeah.
Kafith.
Lane Kiffin.
I if you
Lane
want,
Kiffin,
Fafida
Lane
and
Kiffin.
Kiffin.
Hey, Makuba,
Egbuka.
Well, Mike, if you've been watching the show long enough, this is nothing new. This is nothing. If you're new here,
He's a cowboy. He
this
shoots from
happens
the
all the
hip.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
shoots from the hip, just
Smooth
making stuff
bang
up.
bang.
As long as you get on target, you know, it doesn't.
Yeah, this
Bang,
is
bang.
this is my I don't love it at all game of the week. I
Lane
don't
Kiffin.
know which side. I think it's gonna be close. That's the reason I'm taking Ole Miss just plus the points. I think it'll be back and forth. 1 unit play, maybe even a half unit play. I'm not touching this. I'm not gonna hammer this at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna barely bet this, but yeah, give me the points in a game I think is pretty close.
No, yeah, I was all over Ole Miss to start the season, and they really let me down at the end of it, including Jackson Dart. And I just think the Big Ten defenses as a whole have been so good, and it's like going up a level. And Penn State's defense has been like
They've been good.
unbelievable
Yeah.
this year. So I'm just gonna take the minus 3.5, and I love the under of 48.5. I just think it's good, regardless of who wins. It's going to be a low-scoring game. No one's going to go off. Penn State is not known for scoring. So
Yeah, they
Penn State minus 3.5 in the under. Pretty simple.
Yeah, wow. Complete ditto. Actually, this is going to be on my card. Penn State minus 3.5 and love the under 48.5. I don't have too much to say. I think their defense is just going to be strapping against Ole Miss.
Yeah, they do have a good
Lane
defense.
Kiffin just is not going to be.
Lane Kiffin,
He's not going to be
not
able
a
to
legacy game.
Dollar
Not a
with it.
legacy game
No,
for him.
not a legacy game for Lane Kiffin.
Next game, big game for one of us up here.
Mario!
The Reala Quest Bowl.
Aurelia Quest
Don't know
Bowl.
what that is.
Real the Quest.
LSU, Wisconsin. SEC Big Ten showdown.
Yeah.
Listen.
LSU 10-point favorites, total 55.5. Mario, starting with you, are your LSU Tigers going to pull this one out?
Well, the thing about LSU is I have to save this for later.
Oh!
More to lock on your game.
Holy.
Do I?
Do I make you red?
Oh, hey, yo.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna press too far into that. I guess you'll hear what he has to say in a bit. Michael, hopping over to you. Are you riding LSU, assuming Mario goes that way?
Well, let me, boys and girls, give y'all a little nature lesson right here, right
Please
now.
don't.
No.
Please don't.
Listen up.
Not a tiger,
So-
a badger.
Exactly where I'm going. So what happens when a tiger, a big, the king of the jungle, if you will, tiger meets
There's never been a tiger.
Dude,
called
I
a
didn't.
tiger.
LSU Lions, LLs.
yeah, whatever, versus the nothing badger.
Well,
what do
badgers
they?
move.
No, they don't do anything.
No, they quit.
No, they're stupid.
No, they're
and
quick.
just like how a tiger would kill a badger in under a minute, I'm taking the under, going against the 11-1 over trend for LSU under a 55 and a half.
He
Under.
always loves to do that.
Under.
Under.
You
Yeah.
pointed
Point
out.
I'm making a U. I'm making a U.
That's an O.
I'm making a U.
You're going
You're going all
You
the way
started
down.
here.
Under.
You're going back to
Under.
the same spot.
Under a 55 and a half. I actually think LSU just wins kind of 50-0.
Wow.
Wisconsin sucks. They're gonna.
So
die.
you're
So you
taking,
love LSU.
you're taking
minus
LSU as your biggest bet of the week.
10. LSU minus
no.
They're gonna
Just the under.
quintuple the spread.
LSU,
Just the under.
LSU covers by 40, but he thinks
Just
the
the
under
under,
will
though.
hit by 5.5 points. So that's the bet.
Sharp.
Yeah, that's good.
Just the under.
That's good.
Trust me.
Unfortunately, I can't ride LSU here. I think Wisconsin covers this spread pretty easily. They don't have Daniels. He was their entire team. He was everything.
Or
with-
Neighbors. Neighbors is out too.
Yeah, I mean their whole team, their offense, everything that was their offense
Do I?
isn't playing. Wisconsin plus 10 is pretty easy here. Too many points. This game's within a touchdown. I honestly think Wisconsin wins. So Wisconsin plus 10.
Yeah, when I saw this game, the first thing I did was go to Wisconsin's depth chart and see if Braylon Allen, the only person on Wisconsin that knows how to play football, the running back, was playing. He is not. He is going to go to the draft. So I'm going to have to ride with LSU minus 10 and the over like I've done all year, and it's probably been the only reason why I have any money left in my pocket.
I do declare.
Shout out LSU minus 10.
I do declare.
Literally.
Get for the draft.
There have definitely been reports of Malik Neighbors playing in this game.
but
No. Just save. it for
there's
later.
also
my
reports
God.
that he may not.
But
There's no.
You're probably shocked.
The reports Mike's hearing. What Mike ear to the ground, Michael.
Yeah.
okay, ear to the ground.
He's been
Ear to the
hearing.
ground.
He's been hearing
Okay.
things. He's been
Well,
hearing.
I
rumbles.
talk to people.
You talked to
I
neighbors.
talk to people.
No, I
called
kind of was
Lane
talking
Kiffin.
a little bit earlier today, talking about a game that we saw Garrett Nussmeier play. He's actually not bad. You know what? Don't need Jaden Daniels.
Oh.
LSU by a million. This
Oh.
is one of my big. I love this. Might be one of my biggest bets.
Same with Mike.
Oh wow.
LSU.
And this is Mario's
Minus
biggest
10.
bet, whatever side it may be.
Yeah.
Whatever side it may be. Maybe Wisconsin. Who knows?
Never
Garrett
know.
He's done it before.
Who knows? Next game, a big game. The Verbo Fiesta Bowl between Oregon and Liberty. Liberty was the group of 5 team chosen to play in a New Year's Six Bowl, there was a lot of controversy around. Always there's one group of 5 team that gets to play New Year's Six Bowl. They chose them over the likes of SMUs, all the other teams that won their conferences. But Liberty got the go. So Oregon 17-point favorites, the total 67.5. Ryan, start with you because you were on Oregon heavy all year. Bo Nix playing in this game, big spread, but do you think Oregon just rolls over them?
Yeah, I mean I can't get away from this Oregon minus 17. There only thing that I actually liked Liberty when I opened up this number, but then I thought all year and I looked at the numbers when Oregon would take out all their starters at half, they would still hit the over on their own and score.
They
so
score
much.
a lot of points.
They still would score with their backups and their offense. Even their backups would score, and I don't think Bo Nix is ever going to sit in this game. He's only going to sit if they're up a million. So I just think that I think they're going to roll here, and I can't go against them. It's a huge spread. I get it, but like it's like tears in this. It's Liberty, dude. Like
Yeah. Liberty,
I don't think they were the best group of 5
Liberty.
team.
Dude, that's what I'm
either.
saying.
I don't think
It
they
was
should have
like-
been in this game.
There's
in the
so
first
many
place.
levels to this shit. It was like your mortal Duke for Troy last
Yeah.
week. Like, yeah, Troy won 11 games or whatever, but like Duke rolled them. You know, even with their backups. So like, I just think even Oregon's backups will cover this, even if they're not have a lot of starters for Oregon. And Oregon's defense has been holding people all year. So I'm going to take Oregon minus 17. I'm going to take the under, actually, just in case, like, Franklin, I think, is not playing. Bucky,
67.5, big number.
Yeah, I think it's a big number. I'm going to take the under 67.5 just because I think there's a lot of guys not playing. But should cover the spread.
Tate?
This is an easy roll from Oregon. I mean, Liberty is not as good as everyone thinks they are. They rolled through possibly the worst conference in
It is the
Division
worst.
One.
It is the worst conference.
Conference USA
Terrible.
is not. They are not.
They
good.
should never have a spot in the
played,
New York
They
Six.
played
Awful.
New Mexico State in their conference championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong.
There is levels to this. I mean,
Yeah.
if Bo Nix steps on the field for a play in this game, it's going to be Oregon.
I think
by-
this is a draft stock game for him,
yeah,
too.
it's going
Yeah,
to
that's
be
what I
Oregon
think.
by so much you're not even going. It's going to be 7. It's going to be they're going to be up 17 before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna be
everyone's
like
That's
wow.
what they normally do.
And everyone's going to be like, wow, I wish I just put the house on Oregon.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the Commanders game, your mortal, when the first 5 minutes are 17 points, but it'll all be 17 points for Oregon. You know what I'm saying?
Mike just loves
I'm
the
sorry.
needle.
I mean, the needle.
That was just a crazy note. Mike, I'm going to go to
guess,
you
yeah.
because you seem to like to needle Tate. Are you riding Tate, or are you just going to needle him further? You're going Liberty.
Oh, dude, no. I mean, this game was really close to being my mortal. Oregon's just absolutely dominant. They're going to just roll over them. Quack, quack. It's going to be a storm of ducks out there. I mean, yeah, Liberty's literally not going to know what hit them. Taking the over 67.5 because, like Ryan said, Oregon does not stop. And Bo Nix is just going to be playing for anything and everything. He's just going to throw for like 415 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown.
That's
Wow.
probably, that's probably what's going to happen, too. Which is
Yeah,
so sick.
I like
that
the
was
sharp
low-key
side.
sharp.
Thank you.
Mario.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird line because it's just so many points, and I just don't.
Not enough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not going to bet this heavy, but I mean, I can't get away from Oregon. Bo Nix is playing. I mean, that's kind of all I need to hear. Like you guys said, I'm not going to keep rambling on around it, but I mean, yeah, there's levels to this. Liberty. I mean, I did the same thing Tate looked up. I looked up who they played in their conference championship. It was New Mexico State.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like,
Joke.
I was
They
like, all
suck.
right, yeah. I mean, if Oregon doesn't cover, oh well, I'll live with it. Just give me Oregon minus 17. And
Storm
yeah,
of
give
ducks.
me the over 67.5 because I mean I think they'll just be up. They're going to score 50, and Liberty can score 14 points.
Yeah.
Do we have consensus?
Ducks everywhere.
You'll have to wait and see because this game is my mortal lock.
Oh, we might have a consensus. We don't know. Complete fake.
I love
That'd be
this
awesome.
game so much. I'm all over it. Yeah, I'll tell you about this later because this game is my mortal lock.
Wow.
I tip my hat to that one.
Moving on to our last game before we hit the college football playoff games, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, Tennessee, Iowa. Big game.
Yeah.
Big game. I mean, the Citrus Bowl, Cheez-It Citrus Bowl,
yeah.
massive
I mean,
game.
how can
Be
we
the
not?
best game of the year.
Tennessee minus 7.5. Total's 36.5. Something I wanted to point out, both Cheez-Its and, citrus comes from oranges. Those are both orange. Tennessee
Orange.
wears orange uniforms. Just want to throw that out there.
Yep.
Well,
I'm going to start here.
that was like one of my kind of comparisons.
Although everything is orange and Tennessee is orange, I love Iowa.
He loves the black.
I love Iowa so much. Tennessee has done nothing but underwhelm me all season long.
Yep.
I was all over Milton to start the year. I thought Tennessee would win a lot of big spots. They never showed me anything to think they were a good team. Iowa, on the other hand, I get their offense is horrible. One of the worst offenses I've ever seen.
Shocking.
Their
Yeah, they
defense
don't do
is
anything.
so good.
Big time
Iowa
Raven.
unders
Straps.
hit literally 100% of the time.
Yep.
They even held Michigan to, I get Michigan scored in the 20s, but that had a lot. There was a couple broken plays there. I don't know. They played a great game against the Michigan offense that was scoring a lot of points all season. Iowa held a lot of teams to very, very, very small numbers, like under 10 all season. I think they do the same with Tennessee. So I think this line is crazy. I think this is an easy under, like very easy under.
Yeah.
And I think Iowa, I think they can win this game. Either way, I think it's going to be close. I think it's a 10-7 final. It could go either way, but it's never outside the number. This game, Tennessee is never up by more than a touchdown. So I'm all over Iowa here.
Yeah, let me do you a favor and do not pick a side on this game. It'll hurt so bad if you have minus 7.5 and they win 10-0, and it'll hurt so bad if you have plus 7.5 and they win 10-3. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
you're going to be in pain. Just hammer the under.
I'd like a 10.
yeah.
I'd like a 10-3 final.
Same, but like the other side, 10-0. It's just so many painful scenarios where you lose it. The under is a murder play. Like murder play. Tennessee's offense has done nothing to prove anything, like
Nothing.
Tyler said all year. And Iowa has been one of the best defenses in all of football. And, their offense will not do anything. Like, regardless of who they play, Iowa's offense isn't going to do anything.
No.
I mean, you're coming out here at like 9-6, 14-7, I don't know, whatever it is.
It's a 10-7 ball game.
It's under, everything under as much as you can on the under.
Tate?
Under.
That's it?
That's it.
Just under.
Yeah.
So 3 under picks, and I got you, Iowa. Mike?
Well, in my opinion, this was the most linear, logical bet, or one of them that I saw this week.
I like linear logic.
The under being 36.5, understanding that Iowa's defense is unbelievably stout, and then seeing a 7.5 point spread. I mean, I'm just going to go with the underdogs here. It's too many points for a game that's going to have too little points. This makes way too much sense to go Iowa here.
Wait.
Iowa plus 7.5
Iowa plus
because
7.5.
it's
Okay,
because
yeah.
it's
Gotcha.
so
And
low
under
points.
as well.
And the under of 36.5.
Yeah. Like everyone has said, so I guess we're consensus. I love the under.
Hey! No
Under.
points.
Under 36 points.
0.00 final score.
Final score 3-0.
No,
Sure.
Iowa.
0-3, sure.
Yeah.
Man,
I hate
0-2.
You done?
0-1.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
It's my show.
Okay.
It's a big show.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big show.
It is Mike's show.
All you.
I hate not giving out sides on like the games we talk about. So like I had to choose a side. Like I said, it's gonna be like a half unit play. Like Ryan said, you're gonna hate yourself picking a side. So I'm just putting a little bit of money. I'm not even gonna like watch the game. I'm just gonna look at the end of the day, be like, oh, I hit it, or oh, I lost. Who cares? I'm gonna go with Tennessee just because I quite literally thought this game could be 10-0 Tennessee. Like Iowa can just not score, or it could be like a 13-3.
Yeah, Iowa's offense is
No, you're right.
Either way,
I'm putting Iowa plus 7.5 in my card. I'm adding it because you're right.
Bang.
We talk about it. It should be on it. I should have the side on it.
Bang.
I'm taking Iowa.
yeah. Whatever side you want, like I said, I totally understand. I just love the under. Gonna
Yeah.
be putting a lot of units on the under.
I love the under.
Hammer
I
the
love
under.
the under.
Tiny bet on the side.
Yeah,
under. So consensus pick under. That's the
Yeah.
second consensus pick.
We're getting hot for these bowl games.
we're getting hot.
We have
Maybe
2
we
more
should
games.
parlay all the consensus picks.
No, yes.
I love that.
No, yes.
We
No.
have 2 more
No,
games to
I
talk
love it.
about. College football playoffs.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
here. We've been waiting all the time. Let's talk CFP.
If it ain't burnt, it ain't turnt, baby.
We are here. We've made it. We've been through pretty much every game this entire college football season.
Lord.
Bring us down to the final 4 teams remaining for the college football playoff championship. First game, big game.
Huge game.
Rose
Oh, yeah.
Bowl, Alabama, Michigan. This is a battle. I mean,
Yep.
any way you chop it up, this is going to be a great football game. I am so excited to watch this game. I'm so excited we get to make picks on these. I mean, we've literally been waiting all
yeah, it's
season. We
gonna be
started
so
in
fun.
August, week 0. We've
yeah.
made it here. This game is going to be played in 2024.
I started with Notre Dame Navy.
I know,
Now
this
we're
game's
That's when
here.
we
Yeah.
started in Vegas and we're going to end in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, for
That's
week
awesome.
0.
It's a full circle. I love it. And this game's going to be in 2024. These are our first picks we're giving out for the new year.
Ooh, it better be sharp.
This is the last college football pod of 2023. Well, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
Crazy,
insane.
crazy, crazy.
It's been a great year.
Michigan, -2. It's been a great year. Total 44.5. Mario, you get to lead us off in this college football playoff matchup. Where are we going here?
Give us a good pick.
Where are we going?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about this game long and hard. It pains me, absolutely pains me to pick this team because I despise them.
Oh, shit.
But the more and more I thought about it, I have to take Alabama plus the 2.
Wow.
I honestly think they're the better team, like wholeheartedly. Like I think they have the better team, the better coach, and
Definitely have the better coach. They definitely have the better coach.
yeah, better. It's just like a ton of momentum. They finished so strong. Yeah, it's just hard for me to get away from them. I do like the over though. I think this is going to be a tough game, close game. Michigan will not go down without a fight. Over 44.5. Alabama plus 2.
First round
Wow.
bowl games tend to go over a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot of points.
A lot of points scored in those games. And you're rolling with Bama.
I'm rolling with Bama.
Mike.
This is an unbelievably difficult game. First of all, it's going to be just so exciting to watch. Super, super great
I
game.
cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah,
It's going to be absolutely electric. This is one of those games where I think it's going to matter unbelievably the pace of the game. And the team that I think has shown the most control of a game this whole season has been Michigan. I think their defense is absolutely just rowdy. With that being said, I am going to rely on them for the under of 44.5. Because of that, because I think that their defense is going to be able to take over, kind of slow down that Alabama offense, and really just kind of make their mark, give the world a reason why they're the number one. I'm actually going to take Michigan -2. I know it's a giant fade the public. I am completely aware. But this is kind of just this is a gut feel. I'm pretty reliant on Michigan's defense here.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like you said, 75% of the bets, 81% of the money on Bama. So all the public and all the money, everyone's Bama here, which is crazy to me. I mean, I get it, right? I get it. It's Nick Saban. He was down and out basically week 2. They lose to Texas. Yeah. No one thinks about Bama. They're outside the top 10 in the rankings. No one's talking about Bama. Comeback story. Milrose playing out of his mind. Beat Georgia by 3. I mean, they're going... As soon as they got in, you saw like the deflation in the Michigan locker room. The whole public saw that. Yeah. Everyone's like, wow, this is just Saban's just going to go in and roll. And they're going to be favorite against whoever they play in the championship. I was on that thinking, but I just think this is such a spot here. I really think this is a spot. Everyone's seen Bama be the most dominant team in the college football playoff era. This is the last year we get to see a 4-team playoff. We've seen Bama win championship after championship, playoff game after playoff game. Michigan has never won a college football playoff game. They've never won one of them. Wow. Yep, they've never been to a championship game. They lost last year at TCU. Yeah. I mean,
that game was
everyone's on
that
Bama.
game again.
Yeah, everyone's on Bama. I think this is such a spot. I think Michigan, and I don't think it's actually as close as people think. Michigan has just been rolling all year. They're the 1 seed, and 80% of the bets are on the 1-loss 4 seed. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a fish here, but this is a fade the public play for me. I think Michigan handles their business and rolls pretty solidly into the college football playoffs. I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm definitely not a Bama fan, so I'm not happy to see either of these teams win. But give me Michigan here -2, and I think they win by 10.
I also just want to note this line has not moved.
No, it's been pretty
which is crazy because the amount of money and the amount of like bets that are on Alabama and it's still not moving the line. Yeah, that's alarming.
Oh yeah. First off, foremost, the over 44.5 is a great bet. These first bowl games always score a ton of points. Always electric. Last year, it was a combined like 170 points, whatever it was.
A million points.
It was 39 to 39, fucking a million. The over is gonna hit easily. This is rough. Michigan is gonna win this game. Michigan's gonna win handedly, but you would catch me fucking dead betting on them. I will be betting Alabama big. I don't give a. I have full conscious belief that Michigan's gonna beat them handedly. Yeah. But I will be hammering for myself, for my boys up north, everything. Everyone. Alabama +2 in the over.
Wow. What a principal bet.
Principal.
That's a line in the sand.
What do you call Michigan? The team in the north or something?
You're just talking about Ohio State.
Everyone. Everyone.
All right.
It's the everyone game.
I love it. No, I love that.
I hate both these teams. Kidding me?
Yeah. I kind of just think, like Tyler said, Michigan's never won a college football playoff game, and they've made it two times in the last. Yeah, okay. It's like, and they just can't pull through. I don't know. Their defense has been strapping. We've seen Bama have holes in places.
I mean, they almost lost to Auburn. They should have lost to Auburn.
And Michigan is they are a well-oiled machine. Like at this point, they have such veteran players on that team. They're kind of just rolling, and like Michael said, the line has not moved from 2. And even like Ryan said, Michigan's gonna win this game handily, and I'm just gonna believe in that. I think the bet here is Michigan, and I do love the over as well. I mean, I think like college football playoff games, they're just like their offense show out. Yeah.
One thing that I'm curious about is, and Michigan's kind of like the 49ers in this way. Like they haven't really been down.
No.
Haven't been play, and I'm just curious if Bama gets out, like if they just start fast.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 quick touchdowns, like first 2 drives, and Michigan just kind of goes 3 and out. I'm just curious what that team looks like. Whereas I've seen Bama come
rally
from behind.
back.
Yeah.
So that
makes sense. Like the experience is all there because Saban has done it over and over and over again. Like he's expected to be here every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
it's like he knows what's to do. He knows what's going to happen, and it's all new territory for
this whole month. I mean, they've just been. Saban's just had those boys in a cage, just like. And like in Michigan, and like that first reaction, for me, I don't know, because I hate Alabama. I guess that's like LSU's rival because we don't really have necessarily like a true rival.
Yeah.
Like it's just, but I don't know. I just feel like that first reaction, like there's just like it's something out of principle. Like
You're saying Bama wins the coin flip, they're getting the ball first. Go down, punch them in the mouth.
yeah.
See, the one thing I know we already kind of went over this, but the one thing that I just keep hanging my hat on, the public. I think everyone's acting like Alabama dominated the end of the year. And I get they beat Georgia, who's a 1 seed, but they should have lost to Auburn, a not good team.
Should have lost.
A not good team. Auburn ran the ball all over Alabama.
Yeah.
This isn't like Bama dominated the end of the year. They beat Georgia by 3 points. This is a Georgia team that I thought was the best team in the country. So did Vegas, apparently. But we've been saying Georgia hasn't been covering spreads all year. They didn't look the same as they had been. I'm not seeing this dominant Alabama team that everyone's been talking about. Like, people are acting like, oh my God, Saban's here. They've been just rolling. Like, they should have just lost to Auburn. It would have been done.
There was that random South Florida game that they were like, South Florida was
Way
like
too
in
close.
it for a minute. It
Yeah,
was like,
way
where?
too
I
close.
don't
If
know.
anyone remembers the Penn State Michigan game where Michigan didn't throw the ball once in the second half, I think this will be exactly.
They could
like
run the
that game.
ball.
They're gonna literally not have to throw the ball once. Bama's defense has never ever done anything this year.
No.
They have not been close to a good
No.
defense this year. And I just think Michigan's in control the whole game and easily. I mean, like I said,
But you
I
bet
think
Bama.
Hammer Bama. Yeah, hammer Bama.
Yeah.
F- Michigan. But common sense for my bettors out there, Michigan handily wins the game.
All right. Well, there we have it. We got one game
Oh,
left.
baby.
Wow.
It's the Sugar Bowl. It's Texas. It's Washington. Texas 4.5-point favorites. Total 63.5. Michael, it's your team.
yeah.
Your time to
This
shine.
is your time. First time ever. Clap it up. First time ever. in the playoffs.
Oh my
First time in
God.
the playoffs. I yield the floor. You've been waiting to talk about Texas in the playoffs all season. Your favorite in the playoff game. Let's hear it. What do you got?
I mean, first of all, I have more. I can't bet my mortal bigger than I have money on this game because of earlier bets I have on Texas. So it's just literally more than my balance will allow.
Love that. Responsible better.
Responsible
Responsibly.
better.
Not asking for
So,
a bigger balance.
Obviously, I'm a
Courageously
honer.
responsible. Yeah.
I'm a homer. Before anything, take the over. There is going to be a million, trillion, billion points
It's a
in this
massive
game.
over for
66 and a half.
63.5.
63 and a half.
I mean, that's pretty big for.
And it's probably going to go, I mean, dude, there's going to be like 100 points scored. But
I hope so.
this is an absolute showdown between stud quarterbacks, stud quarterbacks, stud core receivers, stud core receivers. With that being said, Washington ranks 123rd in pass defense. They allow,
Yeah, it checks out.
I mean, they're absolutely abysmal.
Welcome to the Pac-12.
Shout out Pac-12.
They do have a great ability to force interceptions, which is quite alarming. But with that being said, Quinn has only thrown
sweating.
Quinn has only thrown 6 interceptions on the year. He's actually had a really, really good year.
Really good statistic.
Passing 70.6% of the time. He has an unbelievable completion percentage. We have an unbelievable defense. Byron Murphy III. We have Tre'Davion Sweat.
That's your boy.
He is my boy.
Tre'Davion Sweat.
I mean, he's all over there. But I mean, of course, there's not much I'm gonna say that isn't talking in circles. I'm gonna take the Longhorns here. Hook 'em. Let's go by a million.
Ooh.
And I predict Michigan versus Texas in the Natty. Obviously, that's
Michigan,
my prediction,
Texas,
but
Natty.
Michigan, Texas,
And we're
Natty.
not going to give away your pick for the Natty because we'll do that later on. But I'm assuming
yeah.
Michigan.
horns up.
Horns
No,
up.
Not horns down.
Hook 'em.
Mario,
Hook 'em.
are you
You
riding
over in Texas.
Are you riding with the Longhorns?
Yeah, I mean, I had to take Ohio State earlier because that's Ryan's team.
You got to ride.
Had to take Clemson. I mean, in this
you
spot.
I know all
'Cause I-
four of
'cause
you
I
are going to
ride.
go against me.
Why would you say that?
He hasn't
He
finished
does
his
this to me every
I know,
time.
every time.
you
Every
don't
time,
let him
every
finish
time.
I
before
say
you
I ride
say
with
that.
Mike, and Mike goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
No, I'm
no,
sorry.
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry.
Let
I
him
know.
finish.
I'm going to let you go.
Jesus.
Now he's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
want
I'm
to
letting
flip
you
there.
go.
I know. I mean, I want to flip now, but I will not flip. No, I'm going to be all over Washington.
No, I know all four of you are going to be on
Do
Washington.
I?
I know for a fact.
Do I?
Mike, we ride.
Hook 'em, baby.
Mike, right.
Hook 'em.
Mario.
Continue.
No. This is
Georgia.
going to be, first and foremost, I want to say, I think this is probably going to be the best game. I just think this game,
Probably.
I can see the Bama-Michigan game, like they have mentioned, maybe getting out of hand. I just think this game is going to be neck and neck the entire time.
Yeah.
I love the over 63.5. It's a ton of points. At the end of the day, though, what brought me to Washington was simply because when I look at their quarterback versus Texas quarterback, one guy's a winner. Doesn't matter. No. I'm not saying that to like instigate anything. I'm just like quite literally like if you just look at Michael Penix this season, like he's been in spots repeatedly, like underdog against like a better team. Like Oregon's a better team than Washington, but it's just simply. It's just kind of like when you just have the best player on the field, like the dude's just a winner. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't care. Like Michael Penix has just been doing it all year. I have to take Washington. Plus 4.5.
Are you going outright as well?
I think they win outright.
So you're going Washington plus the points and over.
Yeah. Don't know how they should have no business being in this game.
Yeah.
But like it's just scary how this guy he just is a winner. Like some people are just winners in sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get really quick. I mean, I do just want to say we do have a higher margin of victory on average.
No, everything's in Texas. Like
and so it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
there's a reason
should
you're
be
4.5
Texas.
point favorites.
Yeah,
That's a decent sized spread for
sure. And I mean, we've seen Washington play games close that they really should not be playing close. I mean, for example, Washington State, they should have blown them out, and they played that way too close.
Every game this year.
Continue on.
Every game this year.
Yeah.
But they just win.
I mean, so I'm going to preface this by saying whoever wins this game, I really want to win the national championship.
Me too.
100%.
100%.
I would be very happy. I'd be fine if Texas wins this game. I will root for them in the national championship.
Yeah, same here.
This is not rooting against you.
No,
but this is Tate and I picked Washington preseason to win the Pac-12. I have bet on Washington money line at least every week. We got them as underdogs 2 of the last 3 games. We've watched Michael Penix, like Mario said. I mean, I think Quinn Ewers is great. I think Texas is great. They have a really good team. They're a better team than Washington. But I have seen Washington just dominate in spots where they're underdogs. And not even dominate from a scoring perspective, although they did dominate Oregon in that game.
But like the defense gets up too.
But just everything about it, they just show up in big spots. And I think Michael Penix, I think he was the best quarterback in college football this year.
Yeah.
I get Jaden Daniels won the Heisman because of the stats. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think Penix was the best quarterback. If you're giving it to the best quarterback on who performed best on the best team, should have been Penix's Heisman.
Yeah.
I think he shows up here. I think Washington wins outright. I do think it's a close game. I'm not picking a total. I don't know whether this is a high-scoring game, low-scoring game. I think it's going to be in Penix's hands. They might be down last possession, and I think he gets it done. So I'm riding Washington plus 4.5 and the outright win for Washington.
Yeah. The over of 63.5 is a murder, first of all. I mean, I will never bet unders in any early college football games. But, dude, Texas is going to fucking murder them.
Oh!
No.
What?
No, I'm telling you. And you know this is a sharp pick because I would never say this, but for you have a whole month and all you have to do is tell one team to double team one wide receiver and look at Washington stats when Penix isn't throwing to Odunze.
Yep.
Is unbelievable in the games they're close. When in the fourth quarter they start to double team Odunze when they could have been doing that the whole game. Texas's defense and team is good enough to all they have to do is, I mean, Michael Penix will eat regardless. He could throw to other wide receivers, but Odunze is a big part of that offense, like huge. And I just think he's always one-on-one coverage every game I've ever watched, even against Oregon, and he cooked him.
That boy's a dog.
That's what I'm saying. I think Texas' defense is so good they'll get to the quarterback, and especially if he doesn't have that one option that's one-on-one he could just throw up. I think this is going to be Georgia TCU feeling. Like,
wow.
I think Texas puts up 50, and Washington might score at the end because of feel good. But I think it'll be I say 50-21, like an absolute murder. Washington will not stop this Texans offense. Running the ball, throwing the ball, no matter what it is. And I don't think Quinn has a crazy game, but I just think it's so easy for him. He's going to pick his spots. The wide receivers, it's just going to be a bad game for Washington in general.
Wow.
So that's my
God.
opinion.
My God.
I've never seen Mike more happy when Ryan given a pick in my entire life.
Yep.
He literally exploded with joy. He was just like, oh,
No, I'm picking a spot here, Mike. I feel a weird spot.
it's
I
because
love you, buddy.
Ryan's
I
a
love
writer.
you.
Yes.
He'll never pick against your favorite team.
No, I know.
Just like you did?
Yeah,
no, you had Missouri.
Let's
Tate,
hope his prediction comes true.
round us out here. Are you
We'll see.
continuing to ride the Washington train? I know we've been on it all year.
I do have to say this first, that if Texas does jump out to a 2-score lead, I don't think Washington is going to be able to hang in there. and win the football game. I think Texas is too much of a actual good team to relinquish that lead. I don't think they're going to choke it away because I think they're smart enough to be like, to waste clock, run the ball, play a good football game. Whereas I think if it is close the whole game, I'm going to put my money on Washington no matter what. Because I love what Mario said is the lights are not too bright for Michael Penix.
Nope.
And he's been in big games and he's come through every time. And it's actually wild. Those big games mattered against Oregon. He beat them twice.
Yeah.
Oregon's a good team. And Texas, to be honest, has not played they have not played that great of teams this year. They've been in really good spots. They got in this place from a really good spot. Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship.
That was easy.
That was easy. Texas Tech is terrible.
I mean, their win was Bama.
No, yeah.
That was the game.
Their
caught
win
Bama when they were
was
terrible.
Bama, but
Yeah.
like multiple
season.
backup quarterbacks. They lost to Oklahoma at home, and then they play a bunch of. And then the one other close game at home was against Kansas State, who actually is a decently good team. And
We also won that with Malik Murphy, though.
No, I know, but like they should have lost that game. And I don't believe in Quinn Ewers. I mean, I think he's not. I don't think he's that good. When they play like good teams, he's looked shaky, like shaky. I'm like, he is
People
not.
would be surprised.
He's not a good football. He's not that good at football.
Ooh, not a good football
And
player.
I think
that's a little-
we're gonna see if the lights are too bright. I don't know, but I'm gonna continue to ride this Washington train. Michael Penix has proven over and over again that they are better than everyone thinks they are. And yeah, their defense might be 123rd or whatever, but I mean, I think they can keep up.
I'm just excited
Look,
for this game.
Some
These
hot
games
takes. Reminds
in
me
that
of
one.
Oklahoma of the past years. This Washington team. Like
Why?
I feel like their offense is
Just
the
get
only thing
murdered.
begging them into the game.
Just get
Like
murdered.
if their offense goes crazy and Michael Penix is God, which we all know he could be, then it might be a close game. But if like a couple flurries in the beginning of the game,
I don't know.
I just don't see how Texas-
Well, this is-
team seems
No, as I
different.
said, like if it gets outside of 2 scores,
This is
it's so hard.
This is such a statement game for these programs. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
yeah.
Texas never having been to a college football playoff.
I know.
What a big game.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, if they just lose and don't look good, I mean, everyone's leaving Texas. I mean, it's done.
dude, you're absolutely right, and that's kind of actually what I was gonna just bring up. Is we have a lot of momentum going into years forward, and I mean, that's not just with the talent that we have already
Arch
on the
Manning.
team and we're developing. But I mean, we're flipping a lot of commits for like rookies or not
Transfers.
rookies, transfers. We're getting a lot of
Recruits.
recruits. Sorry, that was the word that I was
Isn't
looking
Xavier
for.
Worthy injured?
Xavier Worthy is not
He's playing.
injured. He
No,
is
he's
most
playing.
definitely
All right.
playing along with AD Mitchell. But yeah, I think this is one of those like starts of a great story type deal. I think this is Sarkisian makes like a actual genuine legacy for himself. And I think we build
I
a
just don't
program
know
here.
Washington's defense stops them. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
They look good against Oregon.
But Quinn isn't a guy who makes mistakes.
Can I just
Remember, I said Quinn wasn't going to win the game.
I don't know how, but Quinn Ewers pick 6
I mean,
in the game.
To end the
wait,
game.
to end the game.
early in the
Oh.
game.
But that goes back to what Michael was saying too. Is like Washington doesn't have a good defense,
Bless you.
Excuse me.
but for some reason
They have a lot of
they
picks.
pick their spots to like you wait on it and then you get that pick, and then
Yeah.
it's like game change.
I
Yeah.
think Donnie
I don't
Mitchell
know.
was Xavier Worthy.
No, you're-
try to guess.
Look, you're absolutely right. And I mean, I brought it up. They have a lot of forced interceptions. But you know, the thing about this Texas defense or this Texas team in general is like, in my opinion, yes, all the focus is on Quinn, how well he's doing 70% completions, whatever. Dude, we have a really strong run game too.
Insane.
And it's like the reason why we have a powerful offense is because we're able to give like it's not always going to be a passing play every single time. And I think, I mean, we're balanced. We look great. Of course, like I said, I'm riding so hard
game.
into this game.
Big game.
game.
Well, there you have it.
Great game.
There are the picks for the college football playoff. Now we're going to give you every bet we're taking this week, our college football cards. Good luck. They're going to be big. Strap in, and then we're giving you the Mortal Lock Parlay, your free roll to win $1,000. Let's get into the action. Well, there you have it. We gave you all of the bowl games, 10 bowl games. I mean, we talked a lot of football.
All of it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Now is time when we tell you every bet we're taking this weekend. We're going to be in Vegas placing all of these bets. Mario, as always, lead us off for college. For the last time,
This
Oh
year.
my God.
give us your college football
This
card.
is it.
All right. Kicking it off with the games we've already talked about in the Orange Bowl. We're going to be taking Florida State plus 17.5 and the over 44.5. Tough year for Florida State, but nice little finish for them. And Mario's predictions. Moving over to the Cotton Bowl, Ryan's team, Ohio State, minus 1.5 against Missouri. Close game. Think they pull it out and love the points over 48.5. Shout out Tyler's team, Clemson.
Go Tigers.
Dang.
Tax Layer Gator Bowl. Woo. I mean, what a bowl name.
What a game.
What a game. What a name. What a program. What a team. Clemson minus 4 over 45.5. I mean, it's clean.
It's clean.
It's just
Clean.
too
Speaks
clean.
to
Rolls off
something
the
right now.
tongue so nice.
Yeah.
Hopping over to the Sun Bowl. Don't know how, but Oregon State plus 6 against Notre Dame and over 41.5.
So sick.
Yeah, it's just too sick. It's too sick. They should not.
So sick.
They shouldn't be in this game. They should lose by 36, but plus 6 if you're sharp. Peach Bowl, Ole Miss plus 3.5. Really just like that simply because don't think Penn State can score a lot. I've seen Ole Miss score, so I think they can hang in there. Maybe they lose by a field goal. Who cares? And give me the under 48.5. Really, Quest Bowl, can't talk about that.
Ooh,
Gotta save that. Fiesta Bowl. Oregon minus 17 against Liberty. I mean, we talked about this already. There's levels to this. So Oregon minus 17, over 67.5. Number couldn't be higher. I think Oregon might hit that on their own. Moving over to the Citrus Bowl. Tennessee minus a 7.5. You know what? I know I gave out Tennessee earlier. I'm going to flip-flop. Going to
Wow.
switch.
Oh.
Give me Iowa.
Wow.
Give me Iowa. Why not? Iowa plus 7.5. Love the under, though. Under 36.5 will be on the card 100%. College football playoff games, Rose Bowl. Hate this team, Alabama plus 2. Don't know. I just feel like they're the better team here. So got to roll with Alabama. Hate it. Do love the over 44.5, though. Do think both teams are going to score a lot of points. Sugar Bowl. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
We're riding with Washington. Don't know how they get it done, but Washington plus 4.5 and over 63.5. Just love points this weekend.
A lot of overs.
A lot of overs, a lot of points. Now for the games that we didn't talk about. Only got 2 of them. Maryland plus 7 against Auburn. Really just think Auburn's trash.
Yeah.
Hate Auburn. And, Tua's younger brother was on Maryland. That's about Taulia Tagovailoa. Not even sure if he's playing.
He's not.
He's not playing.
Yeah. Don't care. Maryland plus 7. Auburn sucks. And last but not least, Wyoming minus 3.5 against Toledo. I know it was 4. Now it's gone to 3.5. I'm not scared. Give me Wyoming. I mean,
No fear.
no fear.
No fear.
Murder.
Let's go Cowboys.
Oof.
Whoa, what a card.
There you have it.
Yeehaw.
Last card of the year.
Big
Michael.
card.
Let's hear what you got.
Alrighty. So I'm not going to give my non-mortal pick for the Georgia FSU game, so I'm going to skip that one. But I'm going to live switch so I can ride with my boy Ohio State minus 1.5 against Missouri.
What a rider.
Bang.
He's a rider.
And we're also going to take the under 48.5 because Ohio State's defense is stout.
Now a consensus pick. Ohio State.
Bang! Even better. Even better.
Third of the show.
Sharp.
Now, moving on to the disagreement with Mario. Notre Dame minus 6. This is just easy. DJ's not there and they suck, so easy. Bang. Next, going to rhyme with Lane Kiffith. Ole Miss plus 3.5 against Penn State.
Shout out Lane
Down with the Titty Lions. They suck.
Titty lines.
I like that.
They're bad. They're bad. Down. Down cats. And then going against the trends, LSU against Wisconsin under a 55.5. A lot of 5s. 5. Oregon minus 17 with Bo Nix against Liberty and also the plus 67.5. Points with points. Bo Nix is not going to stop.
Plus
What a
67.
spread you're getting.
Sorry.
What a spread.
That's minus 20.
That's an old number.
And the over.
I wish I could
And
take
the
Oregon
over.
plus 67.5. That'd be my game of the year.
Liberty plus 67.
Give him his life.
Moving on to the Iowa plus 7.5 against Tennessee. Tennessee sucks. Also going to go with the under of 36.5 because Tennessee won't score. So bang.
Consensus.
Michigan minus 2 against Bama. I know, a little against the spread, going against the public, but down with Bama. They suck. Down with Saban. I hate you. And under a 44.5 because Michigan will have control, dominant control, defensive control the whole time. What am I? I'm not going to add Texas. Of course I'm going to add Texas. Texas, of course, biggest bet of the week. Actually, the biggest bet of the year so far.
Yeah.
To end the year.
You have a lot on Texas. Well, you guys have
No,
every
no, no, I
future. You have every future.
I have every future on
Yeah.
Texas. I have every future on Texas. Not going to make anything special because it's my team and I don't do that. Principles. However, Texas versus the Puppies, over 63.5. Lots of points. Points. Puppies suck, and I hope they squeal. So I love puppies. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say,
yeah, no,
you
I
love
love puppies.
puppies.
I love
Loves a good
puppies.
puppy.
Love the puppies.
Love the puppies.
Hate the Huskies here though.
Husky puppies.
For the games that are not going to have any points at all, Memphis versus Iowa State under a 57.5. Way too many points for the total. Under. And then Auburn versus Maryland, also under a 46.5. No points. Just no points.
It's no bone.
Just no points. And that wraps.
So you wrap
the
it up?
card.
Wow.
That
What a
wraps.
card.
What a card.
Way to finish out the year.
Bang.
All right. I can't start this card with Air Force because we did that last week.
Shout
and
out
won.
Kyle.
Shout
But
out Kyle.
the honorary, if Air Force were playing, I would be putting them first. So just Air Force, shout out Kyle in quotes. It's not a game, but I have to start every card with
Force.
No, I
that.
love that.
I have to start every college
Yeah, I
card
have
with
to
that.
start every card with Georgia Tech and Colorado. Shout them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games we went over. Michigan -2. Already talked about it. Love them there. Washington plus the 4.5. I love Florida State plus 17.5 against Georgia. Riding Ohio State, the consensus pick, -1.5. My dogs, Clemson, go Tigers, -4, and the
Tigers.
season on a 5-game win streak. Let's get it done. Notre Dame -6 in a blowout. Love that game. We already talked about it. Blowout. Ole Miss keeping it close, plus the 3.5.
Lane Kiffin.
Wisconsin +10 against LSU. Really like them in that spot. And then the double up, Iowa plus 7.5. They also win that game outright. And Tennessee, Iowa under 36.5. And I'm actually riding with Mike on a couple of these unders. Memphis, Iowa State under 57.5. These are all very sharp lines. Split on the bets or less bets on the under, and then way more percentage of the money on the under there. So
I'm going to
we're
add
going
that.
Memphis,
Why
Iowa
not?
State under 57.5. Maryland,
week, why
Auburn
not?
under 46.5. And finishing out with a Toledo, Wyoming under 44.5.
Hey, we don't.
Wow,
There you
well
have
done.
it.
Oh, nice.
Lots
I
of
like
unders.
that.
Just for the bad games. I'm not betting the totals in the good games.
Yeah.
Bad games under.
All right, strap in. I'll fly through these as fast as I possibly can.
Strap.
But we have Kentucky, Clemson over 45.5 points. Notre Dame -6. It's going to be a murder. Oregon State in that game, team total under 18.5. I don't think they score a point. Iowa State, Memphis, unfortunately, over 57.5. I've been betting Memphis overs all year.
You have been.
They've been
Fair.
free.
That's fair.
And I'm going to go Iowa State, team total over 33 also in that game because I think they're 10 point spread. They're 10-point favorites. So I think they're going to score a ton, regardless of what happens. Ohio State, -1.5, obviously, easily on the card. Ohio State, Missouri, under 48.5, as I already said. Penn State -3.5 versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss, Penn State, under 48.5. Love under. We have the Auburn-Maryland game, the under 46.5. I'll ride with you guys.
There we go.
And also, Maryland's team total under 20. There's no two of whatever. Talia. There's none of him. He's their whole offense, nothing else. We have Georgia -17 versus Florida State University. Georgia team total over 30.5, and Florida State team total under 14.5. That team can't score a point no matter who's on the field, no matter what defense is playing. It won't stop with backups. Wyoming -3.5 versus Toledo. There's no Finn. Toledo's going to suck. Toledo team total under 20.5. Bang. Got to do the bet I've done every year for the rest of my life. Blah, blah, blah. LSU -10. Bang. LSU team total over 33. Bang. LSU Wyoming over 55.5. Bang. Got to ride with it. Do it again. Oregon -17. Bang. Oregon team total over 41. Bang. Oregon Liberty over 67.5. Bang.
Wow.
All right. Then we have the Iowa Tennessee under 36.5. Murder. Iowa team total under 14.5 versus Tennessee. I think they can still win outright, even with the team total under being there. Love that spot.
I do too.
Yeah. Alabama, Michigan over 44.5 because always a bang. Texas, my only quadruple dip I can do, my last one of the year. Oh, Texas -4.5. Texas, Washington over 63.5. Texas team total over 33. Washington team total under of 29 because they
love you.
and how I end every single card, even though I can't do it this week because the game actually happened this morning. SMU team total over, whatever it is, it already hit this morning. But just so it's on my card, like all our cards end.
It's an imaginary.
Honorary.
Imaginary honorary bet. You put
shout out,
SMU
yeah.
team total over, already hit this morning, but
Bang.
Honorary bet. Colorado already covered.
Yeah,
Georgia
yeah,
Tech
yeah.
covered.
31 picks is what I counted.
That's $1 million. I gotta get back. I have nothing for 7 months. You don't understand.
There you go.
He's having convulsions right now.
God!
Tate, round us out.
As always, the honorary imaginary bet, SMU team total over.
Bang!
Starting off the card with Memphis plus 10 against Iowa State. Weird little spot here. I kind of like Memphis. Penn State minus 3.5 against Ole Miss. Much better defense. They're gonna roll over Ole Miss somehow. Georgia minus 17.5 against Florida State. This is gonna get outside the number quick, and it's gonna stay outside the number. Georgia team total over 30.5. Clemson minus the 4 against Kentucky. Kentucky's dead.
Go Tigers.
Yep, Clemson's gonna win out. LSU minus the 10 against Wisconsin. LSU team total over of 33 versus Wisconsin. And then Iowa, Tennessee under 36.5, consensus pick. Oregon minus the 17 against Liberty. Oregon first half minus 10.5.
Whoa.
That's a sharp.
Against
I
Liberty.
like
That's
that.
my card.
I like that.
That's a sharp one.
10.5?
Because I heard you say 10.5, yeah.
And the number is 17.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
must think they're gonna.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I said it's gonna get outside the number in the first. It's gonna get outside 17 in the first quarter when we talked about the game. So first half minus 10.5.
I mean, I'm adding that.
That's
to
an
my
interesting
card.
line.
I got that.
They know too much.
Yeah. Consensus pick: Ohio State minus the 1.5 against Missouri. Michigan minus the 2 against Bama. The Michigan-Bama over 44.5, and Washington plus the 4.5 against Texas.
Wow, our last cards of the year.
There you have
boys.
it. Clap it up, boys.
Let's take the sweep. What do we just sweep? the
Oh
spread?
yeah, baby.
It's
Well,
impossible.
there you have it. Yeah, we have some picks against each other.
100-0.
We can try.
Last cards of the year. Let's hit a Mortal Lock parlay. Let's talk
let's
our
go,
Mortal
big.
Locks.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, if you like free money, I need you to listen up right here.
The Subscriber Picks Parlay is a free roll we give to every subscriber, allowing anyone the chance to win up to $1,200 each week.
We put our own money at risk every single week on our 5 best bets, what we call Mortal Locks.
And if our parlay hits, we'll be raffling off all of our winnings to one lucky subscriber who supports our amazing show.
Like the videos, comment on the videos, click that subscribe button below. We've already paid out $350 in our Mortal Lock Parlay winnings, and you're gonna be next.
Woo! The last time our Mortal Lock parlay will include college football lines.
Well, possibly.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
I mean,
yeah. What if I
next
add-
next week we are gonna talk one game as a whole show.
You never
national
know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone can mortal sides of that.
That'd be
But
like-
as far as a
It's
full
gonna be Texas.
slate to
It's
pick
gonna
from,
be Texas.
this is where we have it. Let's hit this week. Line in the sand.
Let's do it. In Vegas,
Let's
come
go.
on. We're gonna
Let's
be there
pay
one
you.
of
I
these
want to
days.
pay you.
I
We
wanna
want to
pay
pay
you
you.
so
bad.
Energy.
We want to pay
Drain
you.
my
in the
bank
room.
account.
Mario, you are starting. What is our first leg of our Mortal Lock parlay?
Start off us hot. You've been fire all year. Keep it going.
12
right
and
now.
6.
As you guys know, I could not talk about the Relia Quest Bowl featuring the amazing programs of Louisiana State University and Wisconsin.
Love it.
That's your team.
That is because my Mortal Lock this week is going to be LSU minus 10.
Oh yeah, baby. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. What Ryan said earlier actually was exactly my logic. I looked at who's not playing and who is playing for each team. I saw Braylon Allen is not playing for Wisconsin. I was like, wow, well, that makes me love LSU. Let me just see if Malik Neighbors is playing. Report out this morning, Malik Neighbors will play in the game. Then I was
Bang.
like, oh, well, let's just check Brian Thomas. Oh, Brian Thomas will play in the game.
Bang.
I've
Bang.
seen Garrett Nussmeier play. Listen, he's not Jaden Daniels by any means. But he can get it done.
can
I mean,
throw.
you just got to get the ball in their hands, let them do their thing. LSU minus 10. And I couldn't give this out earlier because I felt like it'd give it away, even though, I mean, you could probably tell by my shirt.
Yeah, I could have put
Where,
two of them
where I was going.
Listen.
I mean, I got to ride the LSU over.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
over
Bang.
55 and a
So,
half.
best bet. in
That's on the
world.
card. So that's on.
That is on my card, but my mortal is LSU minus 10 against Wisconsin.
I am taking the under of 55.5 off my card.
Hey, there you
Just
go.
noting that.
Just to ride with Mario's card.
Just so I can ride with Mario. I'm actually adding the over of 55.5 now.
Bang.
Live switch.
Flip flop.
Live switch.
You gotta love a ride.
I'm about to.
Live switch.
Michael, second leg of the parlay.
Oh boy. All right. So if y'all recall a while back, we were starting off hot, and we are starting off hot again, or not starting off, but Georgia versus FSU is going to be my game for the mortal, and I am taking Georgia minus 17.5 here. I am taking them large.
Love it.
Love it.
Look,
They're gonna murder.
here's my reasoning for that. I have followed FSU actually pretty closely since Jordan Travis got hurt, and here's what I've noticed. Their offense makes me want to throw up.
Might be the worst in the nation.
Makes me want to absolutely just throw up. With that being said, the only reason I think they were able to score points is because of Trey Benson, who is not playing this game. They're left with Tuafili, who actually had a pretty explosive play in their
Yeah, he did.
in their one game against Louisville. But I mean, also Roadmaker is down, who was their main backup quarterback, and they're left with Brock Glenn, who is Brock Glenn.
True
I mean,
freshman.
he's dude. come on, he's Brock Glenn.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, this is actually it's kind of funny to say this about a team that was snubbed a playoff spot, but there's levels to this shit, and I mean, look, they're not going to be able to compete with the Dogs. So Georgia minus 17.5 here. Georgia minus 17.5 big, and let's go Dogs.
You know, it's a ride with Mike because he did it with me. I'm taking Florida State plus 17.5 off my card.
Wow.
And I'm adding Georgia minus 17.
Let's go! Let's go!
ride. You
Let's
gotta
go! I'm also adding LSU minus 10. Bang!
That's what we need.
Let's go!
Wow, I love the team spirit. I mean, both
go.
mortals are against picks on my
baby.
card. I don't know how I feel about
I
this.
mean, there's only one thing. Your
This is
hands
the-
are tied.
This is the first time it's been like
Good.
this. I told you my mortal was on the Oregon Liberty game.
Yeah. I already know where it's going. I love it.
Yeah, it's not a consensus pick. My mortal is Liberty plus 17 against Oregon.
I knew it.
I am going to be against everyone on all first three of our
But I
mortals.
actually love that because
No.
it's just so sharp.
So at first, let me tell you my thought process. There was not a spread in the world that could stop me from betting Oregon here. Then I looked at where the money is, and this is the last time I can do this. I've been doing it for every mortal. This is what's got me out of the. I started 1-5. I started doing
9-9
this,
now.
and yeah, I've been on fire. I think it's 8-4 my last 12 mortals or whatever. 80% of the bets on Oregon. 66% of the money on Liberty.
Oh,
This is
wow.
a massive difference. 46% difference between public bets and the money. Liberty plus 17 is free. I'm sorry. I understand Oregon's a much better team. There are levels to this shit. 17 is way too many points. And this is the money. It tells you what's going to happen in this game. This is how I felt on a couple NFL games that we've seen the lines and we're like, oh my God, all the public's just going to look at this and bet this. This is one of those games. Everyone in the world is going to go to Vegas and say, oh my God, Oregon, Liberty, here's my bet on Oregon. Somehow Liberty stays in this number. I don't love Liberty. I don't think they're good at all. I don't even think they should have bet in this game. And I love Oregon. I think they're really good, and I think Bo Nix shows out. But this is too big of a discrepancy not to make my mortal. This is what I've been doing every week, and it's been absolutely rolling. Big plus the points with the sharp side. So
I love it.
Give me
Someone had
Liberty-
to bet Liberty.
give me Liberty
Someone
plus
had to do
17.
it.
It's my mortal lock.
Go
Oregon.
ahead and take Oregon off my card.
Off
Oh, yeah.
my card!
Off my card.
My
Take
card
it
too.
off.
Bang!
Take it off.
I'm
Wow.
still,
Bang,
I'm still keeping the over.
I'm taking the over
I'm
too.
still taking the
No, I don't
over.
care
Yep,
about
me
anything.
too.
It's all about his bet.
Yep.
I don't care about just the Oregon off my card.
Oregon
That's
off my
all.
Yeah,
card.
Everything
Oregon
else,
minus
yeah, I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna.
Let's ride, baby.
Yeah,
Liberty.
Let's ride.
all right.
Liberty.
All right, for my immortal, I'm picking this strictly because one team has all the players and actually ended the season pretty well. The other team is missing one player, and that's all you need to know. My pick is Auburn minus 7 versus Maryland.
Ooh,
Bang.
I'm telling you,
love that.
if you don't have Tuali on that team did nothing. Literally nothing. He's actually very good at football. He did everything for the team. And without him, there'll be nothing. There's also levels. Auburn is much better than Maryland. Their defense is actually insane. They competed with Georgia. They competed with Bama. They should have beat Bama.
Yep.
And I just think this is a number that people are, it's a bowl game. I think it's going to be tight. Hell no. Auburn's going to kill him. It's going to be like a bullshit 31-3 game. Wouldn't be close. Auburn minus 7. Lock it in. Easy money.
Bang. Let's go.
As we all learned last week, you don't want to go against Ryan's mortal. So I'll be removing Maryland
Yeah, smart move.
plus 7
Sharp.
versus Auburn off my card.
There's some massive shakeups on cards as a result.
No,
of
I'm
the-
riding
Oh, yeah.
everyone's mortal.
I like it.
riding.
Oh, yeah.
You
Same
gotta
here.
end with the
Same
bang.
here.
4 picks in college. Tate, do we have 5 picks in college football this week?
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 picks in college
Yes!
football. And in the spirit of my crappy picks of the week, we're gonna go to a crappy game, and for the first time all year, I'm going to mortal a team that I have already bet this year, the Wyoming Cowboys.
Oh,
-3.5.
yeah.
No Finn.
In the
Already on my card.
no quarterback Finn. Shout out quarterback Finn.
Shout
but
out
no quarterback
Friend
Finn.
of the pod.
Wyoming quarterback Peasley is the new quarterback.
Bang.
That team is sneaky good.
Sneaky.
And nobody knows it.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl.
Barstool Sports
Electric.
Arizona
Oh, that's
Bowl.
fire.
Yeah.
Wyoming
fire.
minus 3.5. It's going to be on during the Georgia-Florida State game. So just put money on it. Don't even watch it. Watch the Georgia game.
It's just free.
Yeah, it's just free.
It's just free.
Holy smokes, all college football. That's all
I
we
love
need.
it.
Oh my
All
That's all
college
we needed.
football.
Oh my
One
God,
day,
our
we
mortals
need
are
one
going
day,
on the exact
gang.
same time.
5.
Our mortals are going on at the exact same time.
What an electric
I mean, a
slate.
lot, yeah.
What an electric slate.
I love that it's all just Saturday.
Let's
Just one
go.
and done.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
rip
how I
the
like
Band-Aid
it.
off.
Hammer it.
Yeah.
Is Oregon Saturday? I thought it was Sunday.
Well, it might just all be the weekend.
Oh, no, Oregon's Monday.
Oregon's Monday.
Oh.
Oregon's Monday.
New Year's Six Bowl.
Yeah, we don't worry about Oregon.
Don't worry.
Yeah, hopefully not. There you have it. 5 mortals, all in college football. If those 5 bets hit, we are paying one person who likes, comments, and is subscribed $1,000.
Four digits,
$1,000.
baby.
5 best bets, all in college football. All you need to do is support the channel. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think of the film of the video. This is a huge college football special. Huge college football special. And before you leave, Tate, tell the people what they need to do.
Boys, college football playoffs are here. Texas is in the college football
Grab your
playoffs.
boots.
Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn those notification bells on so you never miss a beat. We're going to pay you this week. Let's get it done today.
Yeah, baby. Grab a lasso, tie someone up, and make them watch our episodes. Woo!
Happy New Year,
Hook 'em
folks. Happy
horns,
New Year.
baby.
Happy New Year, baby.
We're ending